Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Neha, Ambassador of Change for GETI, that is Global Education and Training Institute, founded and conceptualized by Dr. Sunita Gandhi with the vision of disrupting education as we know it. We organize in service and pre service training for teachers, and we also host talks where we invite educators, policymakers, and bureaucrats from around the world to discuss these best practices with us. And today, I'm very honored and thrilled to have with us Mr. Amujuri Viswanath, who is an educator and honorary professor at Astha Vidya Mandir English Medium School and International Internship University based in Chhattisgarh. Sir will be talking about Sustainable Development Goal for quality education and in accordance with the National Education Policy. Thank you so much for joining us today, sir. Very warm welcome to you, sir.
Yeah, very warm evening, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, absolutely audible.
Yeah, that's great. My slide is visible for PPT?
I've added your presentation to the
Yeah,
screen,
yeah.
sir.
Oh,
Thank you so
can I
much.
start my presentation?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. First of all, I convey my gratitude to Global Education and Training Institute, Lucknow, India, especially founder Gandhi ma'am and distinguished moderator Neha ma'am for providing a wonderful opportunity to provide and share my views regarding the sustainable development goal 4, number 4, quality education and national educational policy 2020. Very good warm good evening and good morning across the globe. Myself, Amujiri Viswanath, working as a educationist at from Dantewada, Chhattisgarh at Astha Vidya Mandir and honorary professor at International Intensive University, as well as I'm also working as a international teacher liaison officer at Space Foundation Colorado and director and CEO of Green Care Society India and chief data officer at Green Care and IDYM Foundation. So I'm very happy to share my some views on quality education and NEP 2020. And I'm also honored international IDG leader from International Internship University to providing a knowledge and keynote speaker on quality education IDG Goal 4. And what is the IDG Goal 4? Who proposed this SDG? Sustainability Development Goal proposed by United Nations in 2015 to fulfill all the quality platforms through the 17 goals. Among 17 goals, number 4 is quality education. This goal fulfill the level of qualities and what are the educational aspects, how we can deal with education to provide the unique platform for providing the quality and uniqueness in education in both formal and informal education system. So, quality education, which ensure inclusive and quality education for all, promote life and long learning. That means we have to learn from our small ages to older age from lifelong learning. This during the learning process, we have to face many challenges, many opportunities, many stages through the different aspects. So we have to deal with these aspects to provide quality education. The sustainability development goal 4 can help to us to provide the educational aspect to provide the quality of education. And what is SDG goal? That means this is also called global goals, which emphasizes, which correlates among the all remaining 16 goals, like life on planet, sustainability, SDG goal, climate action, peace, gender equality, and so many as SDG goals. Remaining 16 goals are correlated to the quality of education. That means quality education SDG goal 4. And quality education, how quality education correlates with different aspects like learning environment and content should be specific, what we have to learn. And process, the process is the main thing, the how we can access the same content to in different pages and different stages. With the process should be clear and uniqueness, and outcome should be a good one. How we learn from the different content and different subject, we have to the see, and we have to judge the outcomes of the learning process. And the main components are also in this field: learner and learning resources, and teacher. That means who are giving the this learning process, who are the giving the education system. So this is the triangular system: learner and teacher and learning resources. These are the three triangular component to correlate for the teaching learning process in quality of education. And good quality education also takes place different stages through the environmental, enhancing the policies of environment, and different places like school, at home, at community based education. So all these educational platforms can deal with the different stages of either informal education or formal education, from personal to global. That means either in at our home, at our school, at our in the community, we have to and learn, and we have to develop the quality in the field of education at different stages. And learning education aspects, e-learning and community learning and school based learning and gurukula system, all these system learning process are main emphasizing aspects for either in social, economical, and communal, or an other mm, personal. And teacher are the main component for teaching, who are providing the education to the learners. Teaching also main concept either in the school or institutional level to gaining the knowledge through the different stages. Here education system in India, how we are learning through the education system in India. There are different stages which are provided by the government of India, from ancient ages to at modern age. In India, however, we are learning all these education system through Gurukula system. In ancient ages, we learnt very, our Muni Rishis and Rishis gave the valuable education system through the Gurukula system. So the people who are learnt different knowledge, gained different knowledge, and different aspects in the education system through the gurukulas. And now we reached from gurukula system to the present education system, that is modern education system, from gurukulas to classroom. That means in the age of digital, that means smart classes. We are now learning in different stages, from a classroom to outside the classroom, either through the smart classes or ground level classes, through different components, like using digital components in the classrooms like peripherals, through the visualization, audio visual aspects, digital peripherals, and presentations, different through the different apps, different softwares which are the manages for all the digital education system. Now, traditional education system versus modern education system. How teacher-centered education system, which emphasizes to the specific knowledge, one-way transfer of knowledge, and that means theoretical component in the traditional education system. But in the modern education system, learner centered. That means learner can learn different skills, different knowledge based aspects through the different components. This is the subject specific and skill based education system. This also emphasizes to the multi-way transfer of knowledge system. This is also conceptual and practical and experimental based the education system. So school is the main center point which engages entire the families and communities and employees at particular institution, and the health and social agencies and technology based peripherals, the digital tools, and out of the school program, that means communal involvement, that means in the field of environment. These are the correlate to the school, which is the main part can be handled step by step. Here how we are learning in previous in educational system, from grades from 1 to 5 and 6 to 8, and 9 to 10. After 10th class, and we learn 11 and 12 class. This is the upper secondary school or intermediate section. After completion of intermediate education, we goes on into the graduation system and postgraduate system, and a doctor of philosophy, that means PhD, and after that postdoctoral system. This was the main stages how we learn step by step. But now this system is changed according to the NEP, National Education Policy 2020. Here, what are the gaps to acquire the knowledge or acquire the quality of education? There are different gaps like knowledge gaps, skill gaps, motivation and attitude gaps, and environment gaps, communication gaps. These are main five gaps are there, which can create a distance from the learner to the learning resources. So we have to fulfill all these gap and bridge the all these gap from learner to the learning resources. There are seven ways to bridge the gaps between the either in the lockdown period, how we are facing the COVID pandemic situation. So we are facing all these critical and challenging situation, not only in the from the in the COVID time. Before COVID time also we are facing the challenges in educational aspects. However, we are facing, and how to we fill the gap in the period of lockdown in through the seven aspect. There are seven aspects to fulfill the bridge and to fulfill the gap of the educational system through the quality balanced teaching and learning process, and pastoral support of peoples, and a curriculum of innovation and professional learning opportunities for teachers and educators, and focused learning support and catch up tutoring, and enhancing parental engagement. These seven aspects are more important to fill the gap between the learner and teacher and learning resources. So there are six teaching strategies to promote deep learning. That means to fulfill the gaps and to develop the quality in education system. There are six strategies like Socratic seminars and clarity of specific meaning of the content and question formulation technique and tied learning targets, Bloom's twist, and reciprocal teaching. That means vice versa teaching process. These are the six strategies to deep learning or depth for the developing of the quality of education. And there are different content, how we practice, how we understand, what should we target, and what should we remember, and how can we execute. These are the step by step, and these are the one-to-one process for promoting quality of education by step. So we have to engage, we have to target, we have to catch the main target point from initial stage to outcomes. And types of teaching methods, either in teacher centered method, student centered method, for high technology uses of methods, and low technical uses method. That means teaching methods can be emphasized either in teacher centered method or student people centered method, and high technological, that means uses of digital tools out of the syllabus and out of the curriculum of particular teaching. And another low technology, that means in the classroom management system we can also deal all this through the centered. We can teach the different methods for the teaching learning aspects. So extracurricular activities, not only teaching learning process, we have to encourage, and we have to deal with extracurricular activities that can will fulfill the all the our internal talent or interpersonal skills through the different activities like dramatic, photographic, and sports, gymnastics, debates, quiz, literary competitions, annual fests, and different technical and non-technical activities we have to involve through the co-curricular activities or extracurricular activities. These can also implement, or these can also develop our internal quality, which can deals with the quality of education. Then multiple intelligence resources, which are either in musical, kinesthetic, interpersonal skills, smart, to engaging the smart people, and good smart word, and logic smart, mathematical and quantitative aptitudinal aspects for calculating different problem solving methods, and nature involvement, self smart, and picture smart, that is visualization, audio visualization, either through the photographic or videographic. We have to develop our multiple intelligence through different activities. In 21st century skills, we have to learn different skills to deal and to face the different challenges through different aspect. We have to develop different skills like fundamental literacy skills, and competencies skills, and character building skills. So in this 21st century skills, we have to learn different fundamental literacies like literacy, numeracy, scientific literacy, ITC, and financial literacy, and cultural and civic literacy skills. And in the category of competency skills, critical thinking, logical thinking, and creativity presentation, and communicational aspects, and collaboration from one society to another society, or one organization to another organization or association skills. And character skills, what are the character skills? That means character building, that means develop self character inside our thinking, or how we think, or how we analyze, how we develop our brain knowledge. through the curiosity, initiative, and persistent critic and adaptability and leadership qualities in social and cultural awareness on the particular subject. So these are the 21st century skills which can help for develop our quality of education. And another main method is innovative pedagogy for transforming a teaching learning process. Though pedagogical aspects are also more important to transfer the teaching learning process from learner to the teacher and teacher to the learner. So pedagogical aspects are main important in the teaching learning process. Now in the COVID-19 situation, pandemic situation, and what are the future after the COVID-19, that means post COVID-19, online learning, the digital learning. However, in the budget 2022 and 23, government of India also introduced main digital learning, and how we bridge the quality and equality gap in the online education system. So in upcoming days, however, online education system or digital education system is more upcoming aspect and to improve the quality of education. So here are different timelines of implementation of NEP. NEP introduced in 2020 to develop or to introduce the new educational policies for changing the education system from different aspects, which can deal from 20, which can be implemented from 2021 to up to the 2040. There are different stages how we are learning, how we are developing the education for policies at school education system and higher education system and informal and non-formal education system. So learning is the main key point to develop our quality of education or either our internal personal skills. Learning is important and a good thing to collaborate our knowledge to the community based or personal based. Learning strategies, styles, different styles through the different activities and verbal or visual or social, different aspects. Styles are there for learning. And student learning, for the learning aspect, we can learn ourselves either in student or either in teacher learning process through the collaborative leadership, partnership, and regional support from the one organization to another organization in at different aspects. So main for the teacher or student center learning and developing the quality of education, there should be precautions and memories and a dynamic interaction should be there to develop the quality of education either in teaching learning process or learning of the quality of education. And different passionate teachers who are passionate for the how the teacher can teach and how can they deal all the education system to implement of the quality of education. Then for the professional educator to we have to maintain different standards either in improved student learning or improved student teacher based learning for individual to professional or group system to the professional education system, either collecting evidence or either peer to peer or either evaluating or coaching or training learning methods for the professional educators. And there are different levels of the teaching learning process or developing the quality of education at child level to the parental level and school level, local level, national or international level. So there are different levels where we can develop our quality of education or either teaching learning process through the valuable education. So student achievement and engagement, well-being for the excellence in teaching or developing the qualities in educational aspects. So student achievement and different supportive environment also very important for analysis for evolution of the educational system. However, educational component by ranking system, how the different countries have educational system. There are examples in the ranking system in 2018 to 2020 for different countries. We have now Germany number one, United Kingdom and France like this in 2018. When you come on to the 2020, Canada, Australia, Germany are the like this in the number positional system and according the quality of education. Here, the example of providing the platform good quality education system where I am working as a educationist at Atal Bihari Vajpayee Education City, which is located at Javanga of Dakshin Vastar Dantewada of Chhattisgarh state in India. Here, our educational institution hub, where I am working at Astha Vidya Mandir English medium, which is associated with the educational institutions with the entire the education system to bloom and to provide the quality of education in Dantewada district, to provide residential and skill based and a vocational based education system. So in 2013, government of Chhattisgarh in association with district admission Dantewada established the education city at Jaunga to fulfill all the goals of quality of education and fulfill the all the educational system in India. Yeah, this is the my school where I'm teaching classes through the classroom or either in the science lab, and some of the few my uh, students got an award from at different competitions at national level to the international level. Here is the my school layout and night view of the my school. So, when coming to the National Educational Policy 2020, so there are different aspects. New educational policy divided different ages to learning at different classes. For the ages four, that means class different aspects from 3 years onwards we can start for 3 years or 2 years we can divide into different aspects like ages 6 to 8 and 8 to 11 and 11 to 14 and 14 to 18 and that new educational or pedagogical aspect in the new educational policy. For class 1 to class 2nd, there are considered for a year is 2 years or at stage of initial stage of learning, for that means a childhood stage. From that we can increase the class 3 to 5th, that means ages from 8 years to 11 years. From class to 6 to 8 class, there are ages of 11 to 14 years of children can learn can involve in the class 6 to 8. For 9 to 12 onwards, there are different age criteria for 14 years to 18 years. This is the structure of different foundational stage and pre-primary stages and middle stages and secondary stages at different levels according to the age factors. For in the category of 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 educational system in the new educational system, new educational policy 2020. This is the different timelines for implementation of NEP 2020. However, different state governments and different organizations government organizations and non-governmental organizations are also doing for implement of 2020 in association with the government of India at different stages for school education system and higher education system. So now, Ministry of Human Resource Development now changed into the Ministry of Education of Government of India. So in the NEP 2020, there are reduced reduction in curriculum. That means that emphasizes different stages like core essentials and critical thinking, interactive classes, and experimental learning. So NEP can reduce the curriculum and involves in the different aspects like experimental methods or holistic method and human development methods. We can emphasize for the new educational system. So there are two education system here categories like school education and higher education. So universalization of education system should be there. This is the main important aim for the NEP 2020. This mission can be ensured literacy and numeracy skills by 2025. However, from and another main component is that mother tongue introduction. That means anyone can learn from their mother languages in the medium of instruction till the class of 5 wherever possible. And in 21st century skills, we have learning different skills along them. Vocational integration also from class 6 onwards can introduce in the school educational system. And I go to the higher education system, new umbrella, that means regulator system through the medical and legal law and engineering aspects deals with in the higher education system for fast flexibility, holistic and multidisciplinary educational in either in undergraduate stage or postgraduate stage or either in the doctoral stage. So there are different higher education system educational policies, different experimental methods and research method also undergoes in the higher education category. So this is the pie chart of the school education system in the base of NEP 2020. Now, this is the NEP 2020 higher education category. How this is the emphasis different aspects through the technology based, institutional based, towards the more holistic education and experimental methods and teacher centered method and student centered method through the effective of learning of teaching learning process through involvement of new innovations and research methods. Thank you very much for providing me wonderful opportunities and good platform to sharing my views through the PPT and enhancing and collaborating with the GETI Global Education and Training Institution Lucknow.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today and sharing your thoughts and very exhaustive and very informative thoughts on your topic. Before we conclude, I would just like to ask you a follow-up question, which would be,
Sure, sure, sure.
what would be your take or would be your advice for teachers so that they can actually implement this SDG goal 4 in their classrooms for students, and prepare them for their future? Any word of advice for our teachers?
So, when we follow the education system from classroom management system, we have to implement how we can teach the people or how we can teach the student through the analysis individual aspects. Why? Because people have many, the students have many different aspect, different thinking. We have to analyze each of them, and we have to apply individual methodologies and innovative and new strategical teaching learning approaches, then only we can solve the different challenges through individuals to the outside. Then only can we and emphasize and introduce outside the education system, outside the classroom system. We have to engage them by learning by doing method and critical thinking method. These are the different methods for implementation in the classroom teaching for the teachers, so for the learning aspect for the learners.
That's very wonderful, sir. Thank you so much. Conclude,
Yes, ma'am.
do you have any parting thoughts for our audience who is watching this and who will eventually watch it? Any concluding thoughts regarding your agenda or just, education advice in general?
Actually, in general, we have to implement our education system that can be solved, or there can be only possibilities through the community base. At 21st century, we have to involve from classroom to the community based. Then only we can solve the different challenges which are facing, not only in the present situation we are facing the COVID-19. Apart from the COVID-19, future also we have to face the challenges. We have to solve all the problems through the engaging the learners to the communal basis. That means we have to engage to the learners into the community based in the collaboration with the different organization. This is the many common thing at general aspect. We have to involve the outsiders to into the our education system to implement at different stages.
Okay. That's a very wonderful idea and a very wonderful conclusion to a very wonderful presentation as well, sir. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, rather afternoon, I would say. It's almost evening now. So thank you so much for joining us today, sir, and sharing
Thank
your
you very
presentation.
much, ma'am, for providing wonderful opportunity, and ma'am, and especially our founder, ma'am, Sunita Gandhi, ma'am, for providing wonderful platform. How your organization, Global Education and Training Institute, is taking initiatives for implementation in different aspect in educational initiatives and training aspects. Definitely we will work together again and for implementation and fulfill your goals and aims. Thank you very much for sharing, for providing me a wonderful platform for sharing me my views. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And a very, thank you so much for joining today, sir. Thank you very much.